Good evening and welcome to Bình Phuoc Radio, Television and Newspaper, BPTV News. Abby Thủy bringing you the latest updates and stories from around the country. Stay with us for all the details. Party leader John Great National Unity Festival in Cà Mau. Vietnam pledges to make more contribution to APEC cooperation. Fourth Ethnic Minority Congress in Binh Phuoc a success. Binh Phuoc provincial leaders hold dialogue with young people. Now, let's take a look at local news. The 4th Ethnic Minority Congress of Binh Phuoc Province concluded successfully last weekend, demonstrating a strong commitment to fostering national unity and contributing to the province's sustainable development.
According to a report presented at the Congress, significant progress has been made over the past 5 years in implementing the Letter of Reserve and Action Program adopted by the 3rd Congress in 2019. Rural areas in ethnic minority regions have undergone noticeable improvements, with infrastructure meeting the demands for socio-economic development. All ethnic minority communes now have road access to commune centers and upgraded health stations and schools. Through a target program to reduce poverty among ethnic minority households, Binh Phuoc has successfully lifted nearly 6,600 households out of poverty in the past 5 years. By the end of this year, only around 300 ethnic minority households are expected to remain below the poverty line. The material and spiritual lives of the ethnic minorities have steadily improved, while the cultural identity continues to be preserved and promoted. The Congress unanimously adopted the Letter of Resolve of the 4th Congress, reflecting the collective determination of Binh Phuoc's minority ethnic groups to build a prosperous and sustainable province.
The Provincial People's Committee recently held a dialogue with local youth under the theme Binh Phuoc Youth Unite to preserve and promote the province's cultural identity for comprehensive and sustainable development. The event was chaired by Vice Chairwoman of the Provincial People's Committee, Trần Tuyết Minh, who also had the Provincial Steering Committee for Youth Development Strategy.
The dialogue attracted over 200 participants, including youth union leaders, officials in charge of youth affairs, and outstanding youth representatives. Questions raised by the attendees reflected both the concern and sense of responsibility of local young people toward local development. Topics included the role of youth in preserving cultural traditions, promoting tourism, adopting digital technologies, and career orientation. Vice Chairwoman of Binh Phuoc Provincial People's Committee, Trần Tuyết Minh, praised the delegates' thoughtful opinions and proposals, particularly their creative ideas for promoting Binh Phuoc's cultural heritage and historical sites. She encouraged them to continue contributing meaningfully to the province's growth.
Today marked the 2024 National Unity Day and the 94th anniversary of the founding of the Vietnam National United Front, the predecessor of the Vietnam Fatherland Front. Over the past few days, Binh Phuoc leaders have joined residents in celebrating the anniversary at the exemplary residential areas across the province. At Hamlet 6, Tân Thành Commune, Đồng Xoài City, the National Unity Day was celebrated in a cheerful atmosphere with the participation of Tôn Ngọc Hạnh, Vice Chairwoman of the Vietnam Women's Union.
Congratulating the hamlet on its development, Vice Chairwoman Hạnh praised its long-standing success in eliminating poverty, improving living standards, and achieving a 99.5% rate of cultural family recognition. During this celebration, attendees enjoyed various performances, including singing, dancing, folk dances, and wellness exercises performed by Hamlet's art troupe and local youth and women's organizations.
Turning around the country news, first of all, we have the report on recent activities by Party General Secretary Tô Lâm.
Party General Secretary Tô Lâm joined officials and residents in Mui Village, Dat Mui Commune, Nhat Hien District, the southernmost province of Cà Mau, in the Great National Unity Festival on November 17th. The leader lauded achievements recorded by local authorities and people. He asked locals to promote the sense of responsibility for maintaining security and order and support each other in daily life and production, and officials and party members there to set examples. The party chief said more attention should be paid to vulnerable groups and residents in island and disadvantaged areas. On this occasion, the leader presented a gift and $787 to the party cell and the front work board of Mui Village, along with 109 gifts in both cash and kind to policy beneficiary, poor and near-poor households in Dat Mui. Earlier the same day, Lum and his entourage paid tribute to Lak Long Kwan, the legendary father of the nation, at a temple in Dat Mui, and visited some sites in the locality.
State President Lương Cường wrapped up his official visit to Peru and participated in the 2024 Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation from the November 12 to 16. Earlier, the leader had a number of activities in the countries.
Vietnam will continue actively contributing to and effectively implementing cooperation orientations and directions of the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation, APEC. State President Luong Quang affirmed while addressing the 31st APEC Economic Leaders meeting in Lima, Peru, on November 16th, local time. To enhance APEC's role and amplify its contributions, the Vietnamese leader suggested continuing to advance trade and investment liberalization and strengthening the rules-based multilateral trading system. It is necessary to expedite cooperation programs and initiatives aimed at inclusive growth and technology, he continued. APEC should continually enhance global institutions and governance, the leader said. He said Vietnam is actively collaborating with APEC partners on the APEC Structural Reform Agenda for 2026 to 2030 to boost its operational effectiveness. In his meeting with Chinese Party General Secretary and President Xi Jinping, the state leader said Vietnam considers developing cooperation and friendship with China a strategic choice and a top priority in its foreign policy of independence, self-reliance, diversification, and multilateralization. The Chinese leader congratulated Quang on his election as the president of Vietnam and affirmed that China always considers relations with Vietnam a priority in its policy of neighborhood diplomacy. Vietnam State President Luong Quang met his counterpart from the Republic of Korea Yoon Suk-yeol on November 16th, local time. Quang affirmed that Vietnam always attaches importance to its relationship with the Republic of Korea, saying the two countries have become reliable, effective, and pragmatic partners across a wide range of areas. Yoon congratulated Quang on his new role, stressing that Vietnam remains a key partner of the Republic of Korea in advancing the ASEAN Republic of Korea Solidarity Initiative and the Republic of Korea's Indo-Pacific strategy. With regard to future cooperation, the two leaders pledged to continue fostering economic cooperation, aiming to achieve a bilateral trade volume of $100 billion in the near term and $150 billion by 2030 in a more balanced fashion.
In business news today, Vietnam can earn $7.5 billion from vegetable and fruit export this year, the highest ever figure recorded, according to the Vietnam Fruit and Vegetable Association Vinafruit.
Statistics from the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development showed that the export revenue of these products hit over $6.3 billion in the first 10 months of this year, up 31.5% year-on-year and exceeding the $5.7 billion recorded for the entire 2023. Durian continues to be the largest contributor, bringing in over $3 billion in the reviewed period, accounting for nearly 50% of the total export turnover from vegetables and fruits. Other products such as banana, mango, dragon fruit, and processed products also play an important role. China remains the largest buyer of Vietnamese vegetables and fruits, with imports reaching $3.8 billion in the first 9 months of this year, up 38% year-on-year. Markets such as Thailand, the US, the Republic of Korea, and Japan have also seen strong growth, with double-digit increases.
That's all for today's edition of BPTV News. Thank you for joining us. I'm Bích Thủy, wishing you a wonderful evening. Goodbye and see you next time.